I'm going to talk about a couple things here. Um, I was having this conversation with someone, and somebody told me, "Well, why don't you do your interviews live stream? Well, how, why is your why do you put your interviews as pre-record, or why don't you live stream your interviews?" And there is a reason why I do not live stream my interviews, and the reason why I don't do it is because of for various reasons. Now, one of the reasons is because of the types of people, the personalities that that I attract. Um, there are some people who wants to mess things up. There's people who want to destroy, who like to get in the comment section and or the chat box, you know, and try to jump on the panel. You see, and that's one thing I don't like about this side of you too. You got people on here, you know, if you're doing a live panel, right? If you're doing a panel, a live stream rather, and you're doing an interview, because I look at other people's interviews, like um, real life in cyberspace, when she does her interviews. Garage Autonomous, when he was here on YouTube, he used to do live stream on his he does interviews, and he live streams his interviews. And I noticed that there's always some nefarious character trying to screw that up, you know, on their respective um, interviews, by creating a ruckus within, or attempted to do a ruckus within the chat room. And then you got people on here who are so entitled to be on the panel. They're so entitled to be on the panel. And then when you don't want to put them on the panel, they like to call you a narcissist and all of that, you know. But yeah. Oh, hey, good morning to you, uh, Miss Not for everyone. Good morning to you. So yeah, there is a reason why I do not live stream my interviews, because you got people on here who are very problematic, especially when you're trying to talk about real world, real issues, and some people can't grasp the concept. You got people on here who can't grasp the concept of oh, they can't grasp the concept of when to stop the when to get serious and when to troll. And that and it's sad when you got people who are supposed to be grown, people supposed to be adults, who can't tell the difference. It's like a lot of these people have a mental disorder, and they can't really read the room. And case in point, I remember that one time we was talking about something that was very serious, and I was on a certain channel. Um, I'm trying to remember whose channel it was, and we were talking about a very serious topic, and I think it was about what happened last month. I think it was about. It wasn't about the boat. It happened a little bit before the boat fight, the Montgomery boat fight. I think it happened before that, and I think the topic was about reparations or something about Pearl, um, Pearl and Nick Valentes, all that, right? I think that has something to do with that, right? So I'm on the panel having a discussion, supposed to be a serious topic about white supremacy and reparations, and then all of a sudden you have James Keith come on the panel. James Keith coming on the panel want to do the, you know, uh, you a simp, saying all this crazy crap about you a simp and you're this and you're that, and I'm like, man, are we supposed to have a serious conversation or not? Just come there to roast, and and I'm tired of that. So that's why I said though. Listen, so don't get mad if I block y'all. All right, don't get mad at if I block y'all. I mean, I don't have time to argue with certain people. Just like Reg want to accuse somebody. Now we had a serious topic about revenge porn and what is revenge porn and what is, you know a man's nudes, a man's a video of a man being nude is give all over the YouTube and Discord and such, right? Instead of having that type of conversation, you got idiots like him try to form and um trying to form a narrative, a false narrative that someone is having a masturbation session behind that, rather than talking about how wrong X, Y, and Z was, and trying to create a narrative, trying to get people to admit to be guilty of something that they never even done. It's shit like that though that pissed me off. You know, if you're gonna talk about something serious, then let's talk about something serious. But keep that trolling shit to a minimum. And the thing is, y'all can't tell the difference because everything's a fucking joke. And for me, for that situation, it's not a joke. You know, for me, that is not never was a joke to me. Not what I have seen, not what I heard. I saw enough for what I want to see. That was enough for me. Oh, Big J is not. It's not that serious. Oh, yes, it is. I'm tired of niggas coming to me talking about. Well, it's not that serious. Well, in some states, that is a crime. You dumb idiot. Some states, when that happened, that is a crime. You know, that's why I said what I said. You know, that's why I said, listen, I don't want nothing. I saw it. I said, listen, I don't want nothing to do with it because I can't press charges on that. You know, only RBR or his wife can. That's why you got to start get rid of people, and that's why that's why I'm thank God that somebody gonna start doing his own live streams. That's why somebody I heard somebody is gonna start doing his own live streams. Good, and the thing is, the reason why though, the reason why you gonna do your own live streams because I don't want you on my channel. Because the thing is, you always off topic. You bring up bullshit up. You bring up things that nobody else is referring to. You will make things you want to do that. What about isms? That's good. You're doing your own live streams. So because the thing is, you can take them losers who you hang around with and stay over there. See, and I'm no I'm gonna tell you what's going to happen. Certain people are going to join that live stream of yours, and some people are protected, right, on my channel, right. Some people are protected on my channel. So what's going to happen is one of them losers who you hang around with is going to get on that panel, insult, demean, disparage, slander, and everything else. And then though you want to know why that other person, why you, why people, why I look at you in a certain light, because it's going to happen. Your whole association with them is reason why I look at you a certain light. And let me also say something too. While we having this conversation, while while I'm talking, because I don't know if I think nobody else is live right now. If Bomb Cherry was live, I like to be on, But anyway, let me go ahead and say this straight up, or should I say it? No, no. You know what? I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. But the problem is there is there's no accountability. I'll say this though, because if I bring this up, it's gonna start another problem and another problem. So I say it like this. See, the thing is, there's no accountability. There is no um there's no finality to some of this. You know, people get away with things in this sector of YouTube. Just case in point. You know what? Fuck it. I'll go ahead. I'll go there. I'll go there with it. But let me be careful on what I'm about to say. I'll say it. I'll be careful. And what I'm about to say, you got somebody who wants me to expose a conversation, a correspondence. Now, what's so funny about it is how can you want somebody to expose a correspondence when you yourself also have that correspondence yourself? And what's so funny about that, you was trying to read the correspondence last week, a private conversation between two individuals. So you because I know this person might be watching. So you going to read a portion of a conversation between you and myself, and you're trying to find proof on something. No, no, I know why. I know what you're trying to do. See, the thing is, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to talk about the correspondence. You know why I'm not going to talk about correspondence? Because a private conversation is between two people. So if somebody like me and Kelly over here, or me or Miss, Sunkiss in the chat room, or me and this person over here having a private conversation, well, I think the private conversation should stay between two adults. But you want me to broadcast my private conversation with you, a private correspondence, in order to create an issue, and to put something over my head. And this show how stupid your ass is. Just shows how stupid your dumb ass is. See, the thing is, you are so dumb that that what you couldn't find in that correspondence, and the reason why you couldn't find it, because it's been what, 2018, ever since the correspondence began in 2018 at least. So if there was a statement that was said, how come you couldn't find that statement? Now you said, you accused me of saying a certain thing to you. You accused me of saying something to you, and you went going all up and down that correspondence trying to find what I said to you. And the reason why you couldn't find it, because two things: it never existed, and it did not exist. Because how can I said what I said about, you need to leave your husband, when in the early part of the conversation I said, no, I respect marriage and I respect relationships. No, what you don't want to do, you yourself don't want to read that correspondence. And the thing I like to, I'm saying this to you, I don't think, man, your husband knows about that private common conversation. Because if you're going to sit there and put out my private conversation with you, you would know what it, because what you said is the reason you why your husband is never, no, the reason why you don't want to read it, because your husband will look at it. Now, if I'm out there and making an insult to you and calling you everything except for the child of God, talking about how evil your ass is, and then though you try to fabricate a story saying, "Oh, I'm trying to get you to leave your husband," no, no, I told you he needs to leave you, and I did. I said, though, I respect marriage and I respect relationships, and it's you who said you want to flirt. Oh, you got a crush on Big J. That's why you got up in somebody's channel and showed your whole ass out there on Red's channel. That's why you showed your whole head, your whole ass out on Red the Bad Guys channel. So I'm telling like it is. I'm gonna tell like it was. I'm telling how it's going to be. First of all, though, you're one of the most evil people online. And I've been telling you that ever since I met you. You are the most evil bitch in the fucking world. And yes, so I'm using that word. Oh yes, I'm using that word just for you. There is a lot of people. You there are about two men, two, 3 men at least. There are about two, 3 men who lies that you had destroyed online. One of them is dead. The other one's in prison behind your messy ass. And then though you try to get me and your husband, you know, though you telling me some bullshit and that like your husband don't even know. And then lie to him about some bullshit. But the correspondence is the correspondence because it's been archived. That's why I tell you, you really need to leave me alone. I'm really not there to talk to you. I'm there to talk to a punk ass nigga named Reg. I ain't there to talk on you. That's why you in that group you got is the most evil group on YouTube. Don't know when the fuck don't know when to stop fucking with folks. Y'all don't know when to quit. Want to drag up old stories, but then at the same time, I blame two other people behind this shit too, though. I blame two other people behind all of this. I blame your other enemies. See, the thing is, y'all got so many enemies online. You got people on here who really want to put hands on y'all anyway. You got people out here who really want to put hands on y'all. And I mean that on some real shit. Because y'all don't know when to stop. All right. Ever since ever since 2017, my YouTube experience has been hell because that punk ass group you got over there. Now, no, you've been asked a dozen times to leave people alone. Now back to the original to the original to the original point of this live stream. To, to the original point of this live stream is that I'm glad somebody start doing his own live streams because because you need because there's skin in the game, right? There gotta be some skin in the game. You can't just come up on people's panels and just say any old bullshit and expect people that like trying to change the topic, not on the punk ass topic. No, nigga, stay on the fucking topic. If we're talking about Mustangs and shit, if we're talking about the 1967 Mustang, don't bring your Porsche conversations into the discussion. If we're talking about, I don't know, hold on, Kindler's roasted garlic sauce, Kindler's creamy roasted garlic sauce. We're not here to talk about ketchup. If we're talking about pine tar soap, why are you bringing up Ivory soap? And that's the point. You need to start doing your own damn live streams. That's why you need to start doing your own live streams and bring your trolling ass to do something worthwhile. Everybody tell you something. Everybody try to tell your ass something. You think everything's a fucking joke. But I know what's going to happen. Some woman is going to join on that panel, and you going to have one of them idiots, one of them helmets that go off all the way off the wall and shit. That's what's going to happen because it's a trap. And I hope those two women do not go on that panel inside that chat room. Not on the chat room, on that panel, because I know what's going to happen. Soon as a woman shows up, we know who's going to show up on that panel. Them sorry ass helmets, the helmet brigade. That's who is going to show up, because they love to call women out their names. They love to make call any woman. It doesn't matter who this woman could be any woman. This woman is going to be called a name or be insulted because they're women, and because there is no accountability on Black YouTube. You know, I gotta say it. It's the truth. I hope they don't show up on your panel, because I know what's going to happen. And because you know how I know, because of the people you keep on defending all the goddamn time. And every time when I'm tag them your comment section, who you tag with them? Them losers that's hanging around with Reg. Them old sexist and these sexist ass niggas over there. These sexist, misogynistic niggas over there. But the problem is you can't sit there and see, you can't grasp the concept, because I'm gonna say something. I think a lot of you niggas are slow. I think a lot of y'all got autism and shit. Like, if you can't read the conversation or read the room, well, that tells me there's something wrong with y'all. Now, who in the hell is driving that car that fucking loud? I'm sorry, I'm looking outside, by the way. Why would you drive that fucking loud for? You don't got anywhere else to go, nigga. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking outside. Yeah, I'm looking outside at this motherfucker driving, trying to drive that car that fucking loud. Anyway, shit, about to go outside and tell, hey man, what's all that fucking noise you doing? Anyway, um, but yeah, I'm just saying, it's drag, you know, I'm just saying, but where was I at? Because I was distracted by that shit. I was distracted. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right. You know, if you see somebody trying to take their channel to a certain direction, right? If you see somebody trying to take their channel to a certain direction, why would you bring your fuckery over there for? And then and what kills me is the people who don't do content try to give you advice on how to do their panels and channels. Nigga, do you know how hard to do a panel? Because some of you niggas don't know will act the plum fool. Hold on, you're not yelling this morning? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I'm not yelling this morning. But thank you though, by the way. I'm yelling this morning. Like, oh man, but Big J, maybe you should do a panel one day on this and a fuckery panel. No, nigga. Maybe you might want to do that shit. You might want to do that shit, but understand something. If somebody's trying to have an opportunity to branch off and to go to a certain level, why are you trying to hinder that shit? And my people who I talk to are totally different than 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 you niggas. So why would I mix the people who I fuck with the likes of the low IQ niggas? Anybody who wants to go to the penthouse, people who live at the penthouse, I hate using that term because I don't want to sound like a classist, being a classist, whatever. But I gotta go there. If anybody wants to try to see an opening and try to go to a certain level with certain and chasing after a certain mentality, why should I bring people who will fuck that up? That's like me bringing somebody from a fucking ass uh a red bait. Why would I bring a fucking drag somebody's part of the drag a society to an art gallery or to a museum or some old shit or to a master class, knowing though what y'all gonna do is fuck up the conversation up, fuck up the whole mood of the of what's going on. You can't take care like some of you niggas really are not home trained and shit. And then y'all are the same idiots that get online and talk about black women won't let me lead. Who wants to listen to that all the time? I surely don't. And what's so fascinating about that shit is that y'all are from these from the biggest cities in North America. Y'all in one of the biggest cities on the North American continent, and you keep on saying you can't find a black woman, nigga, you listen, nigga. I don't live in a big city. I live in a white area. But yet you niggas always complain about Keisha and Keisha did this and Keisha did that and I'm like, well, niggas, let me help you out. You know why though? You can't find a black woman of certain or any woman at that. You can't find any woman of a certain class or a certain attributes. Maybe it's because of you. And you know, and I gotta say, shout out to Tampa Supreme. Shout out to Tampa Supreme. Because what Tampa just did, Tampa showed a video of this Asian woman putting Anger Man in his place. Now I know what's going to happen. Oh, an Asian woman, a Chinese woman. It's Chinese, Japanese. I can't read. I forgot. I don't know. I forgot her name, so I can't tell. I can't tell if she's Japanese or Chinese or Korean. Can't tell. But she went ahead and put Anger Man in his place. So shout out to Tam Supreme for that video, right? She put an Anger Man in his place. And I'm gonna say right now, y'all gonna start seeing a lot more other groups of women start putting you niggas in y'all's place because they see y'all putting black women down so long, they're gonna look at you all fucked up. And I'm glad that Asian woman put Anger Man in his fucking place. And I hope more I hope other groups of women start doing it to you SYSBM management red pill ass idiots. Because you're out here looking stupid doing that shit. And the reason why some of y'all mad because some of y'all still bringing high school shit up, which y'all did in college. How some of y'all got divorced, and y'all never really sit there talking about it's always her fault. But y'all never talk about what wrong have y'all have done because some of y'all talking about I'm Igmore. Okay, you know you're black male in perspective of reform. Now let's talk about BGS because BGS calls himself BGS says he's Igmore. What Igmore stands for, I means in perspective. B means black. M means man or men or male. O means of. R means reform. So how are you gonna do some in perspective and fucking ass reform when you said I dated a woman for 10 years and I chose wrong. But you not married to this woman. So wait a minute, how is always she chosen wrong when it should be you who chose wrong too? And vice versa. You know, y'all never sit there and do it. And the thing is, I'm gonna watch when I see these white women already cooking you niggas anyway. The white women are doing it already. Now I'm looking at these Asian women and these Hispanic women are calling you niggas out. I'm sitting in, I'm looking at this in some of these panels, and I'm laughing at the shit. I said, listen, I told y'all this is gonna happen because y'all been dogging black women down far too long that like, other groups of women decided to join in on the fun on you dumbasses. I remember when this is to BGS. I remember when a Cerulean Gray said, "Well, the only person who's Igmore over here is Big J, because at least Big J can have some in perspective and have done some reform. And there have been videos I have talked about how my opinions has changed and how I reformed from one perspective to another. But the thing is, though, y'all never have done that because y'all still on the bullshit. Y'all want to blame everything on her rather than looking at your own bullshit, your own insecurity. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that Asian woman going in on Anger Man. Shout out. Hold on, I gotta look up her name up because I might have to might have to email her and do an interview with her, a live stream interview with her. I might do an interview with her though. See, but if she was black, he would call her all sorts of bitches, hoes, and everything else. If she was black, but she went ahead though and gave him uh the sauteing, the slow cook. And what's so sad about it is, no what no what no let me dress this too. I know why I know why BJS comes down here to this channel. I know why BJS shows up over here. See, the reason why BJS shows up over here because he knows that two things are going on. That people ain't paying attention to his ass anymore, and he's trying to find some new blood to replenish uh, the bullshit. He wants some new blood to come to his channel and listen to his. I'm the master teacher, and I'm gonna say it like this. I gotta say this right now. I got to apologize. The last time BJS was over here, I had to apologize because there was something he said that I was not fully aware of. Because if I was fully aware of a certain topic, I would have destroyed his ass. And usually I get up in BJ's ass and destroy his talking points. Like the Monahan report. He always talk about that Monahan report. Well, nigga, how you gonna talk about the Monahan report when that shit is plagiarized from a 1939 book? All right. I always keep on reminding him, bruh, you can't use the Monahan report. But when that study was 20, 30 years earlier. And what's so sad about it, you want you want black men. You said it would have been beneficial for black men if black men had the jobs white men gave white women. Let me repeat that again. BJ's problem is that white men gave white women jobs. As if, well, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to give their own women jobs. But you mad because you said black white men should give us jobs rather than give it to their own women. So you mean somebody who worked for in the federal government And if okay, let's say let's use Senator Johnson back then. Well, Senator Johnson has a team of secretaries. You mean all those white women who were secretaries back in 1959 are supposed to be black men? We supposed to have those jobs as secretaries and shit? Do you see how effeminate that sounds, BGS? Well, maybe man, if we had them jobs that like the white women had, then maybe man we would have got something, and black women would respect it. Man, shut the fuck up. And I can't believe that he got a whole group of niggas who's up in his goddamn channel, especially in the comment section, doing this shit. He wants y'all to be effeminate to white men. Rather standing shoulder to shoulder with the white man and other groups of men, among the table of nations. No, this nigga wants you to be the white man's bitch. But he's supposed to be the Jedi. He's supposed to be the Jedi among us, right? You know what? I'm going to have to do a video on that. I got to do a video on that conversation because that shit was one of the dumbest conversations he ever conceived. However, during that conversation, I allowed him to slip by, and I did not. And to my own ignorance, me not knowing a certain medical procedure, I allowed him to get away with something, and I feel, in hindsight, I feel embarrassed. I felt embarrassed because I did not have the information at hand at the time to bury his ass into the ground. So I allowed him to slip by on that one little thing, and be just not are like ancient enemies and shit. My rivalry with him started years ago, right? Like Obama was still president, because some of the shit he be saying, be like, though that's not historically accurate. How about you get the entire history rather than taking a little bit of history and surrounded it by a bunch of lies and mistruths and everything else. Welfare did not kick the man out the household. There was other things involved that made him not in the house. And he don't want to talk about what made black men to get out the household in the first place. Because nobody can kick out no house when the house does not belong to you. You better stop lying to these people. See, the thing with BJS is that BJS knows I'm not the one to follow no one. I'm the type. I know what people are going to say. Well, Big J, well, you know what? Though I'm not going to go there. No, let me not go there because that will be revealing too much about myself. So let me say like this. I have enough men in my life. I put it like that. I had enough people that I learned skills and resources from that that really ingrained me on certain that really ingrained me on certain things, right? You know, I know how to do farming. I know how to do plumbing. I know how to do certain things, right? But his fan base comes from a place where it's the stereotypical the stereotypical black struggle, quote unquote. I'm using and notice I said quote unquote, right? The struggle. So people are into the struggle narrative that that certain men who don't know what it takes to be how to do X and how to do Y, and these guys are lost, right? So they're looking for daddies online, big bros online, big uncles online, and master teachers online to tell them how they should live their life. And it's like that one time when he got up on here when BJS got on here, right? And told Miss Sunkiss because how he told this man in the army whether he should be married or not. Now I know some man. I hope what he's saying. I hope that is not true. I hope there was not no. I hope there was no guy that came to BGS talking about, yeah, I'm in the military and I'm in love and I find me a woman that I'm in love with. BGS gonna ask him, oh well, are you going to marry this woman? And he said, and he's trying to say, well, if your goal is to be an officer, go ahead and marry her. So my thing is, okay, what if that was not his goal? What if he just put his 4 years in the military, United States Army, or wherever the case may be, and he got his GI Bill and his insurance and all of that, VA and all that. Well, okay, nigga. So you mean after he married this woman, that you tell me if he just a private or a sergeant somewhere down the totem pole, oh he shouldn't get a married. But you the main one, nigga, talking about we need black families and shit, right, nigga? See, it's shit like that though that get the gigs because my damn bit on my fucking nerves, and you got people around here following that 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 bullshit around. I'm just saying. Hold on. Oh, he knew you didn't know. He didn't either, but he could talk his ish with more confidence, like the snake oil con. Yeah, but here's the thing, Candy Cane. I wish I had known. I wish I had known about it because 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 I used to just drag the shit out of BGS. Just tell BGS, BGS, you know what you're saying is lying, nigga. Because you know that by that procedure, pregnant women also get that procedure done too. In case there's some anomalies during the pregnancy, they get to do that too during pregnancy. So to sit there and say, oh, is all of that is abortion, calling DNC abortion, that is a lie. And the thing was, he was mad. He was mad because I said, okay, how can y'all get online and say black women have the most abortions. And my thing was, okay, how can you when you look at the average income of an abortion? No, I'm sorry, the average income of the black person, the black woman at the time, and look at the cost to have an abortion. And how can you say that when you have an increase of the black population? So how is this happening when it when all these women are having these abortions, quote unquote, but they're having babies at the same time? That doesn't make any sense either. And also on top of that, it also does not make any sense how black women make under, well, at the time, under 40K, or no, actually, under $30,000, but the cost of the abortion is 1/5 of their take home, of their monthly, And I'm like niggas, like, you can't really. No woman is going to sacrifice that amount of money. Now, like that, if you look and say, most women have all these huge numbers of abortion, the money, the income, and the cost, the income of the particular woman, and the cost of the procedure does not match. Somebody is lying here. You know, somebody's lying. And the only reason why, though, man, you niggas are so mad because you cannot control the box. Y'all want access to the box. That's what all this is about. You want access, and you're being denied. Because in reality, let us be real. You want the woman that doesn't want you. Y'all out there chasing. A lot of us, a lot of us men are guilty of this. I put myself in this as well. A lot of men are guilty, or will not admit that we wasted our 20s chasing after a woman who does not want us, or we waste time on a woman who was wasting our valuable youth. You know, and we don't want to sit there and actually expand our options, or expand outside of our geographical location, or so forth, or um, try to go to, or try to be more educated. I'll put it in a better way. Right, right. Shatera, you're right. There's too many abortions, or too many kids out of wedlock. Pick a struggle. Thank you. So what is the argument? We having too many kids, or we having too many abortions? And when I did that video, against Sandman, right? Now I know I'm going outside of Black YouTube, but there was a video I did against Sandman, and Sandman was talking about Korean women, right? I was telling Sandman, "Hey, look, man, I know, man, you and the white manosphere bullshit, but here is how wrong your ass is. You wrong because you thinking Korean women is the bane is going to destroy South Korea and shit. Well, I hate to inform you, no, the lack of education among men are. Same way like it is here in the United States. The least educated men are, the less skills men have, the pummeling marriage rate you're going to have. If men was more oriented towards education and employment and having a higher education, and I know some idiot gonna say, "Well, man, I'm a truck driver, man, and I'm a truck driver. I make more money than the average black woman." That's not even the point. We're talking about when you start having an education crisis, a huge education gap, especially among higher education, the less likely that man is going to have a network of people, a network of peers that would help him out. That's what higher education does. It produces a network, not net worth, but a network of people. That's why women. That's why I get tired of hearing these niggas online talking about. Well, black women. Goldman Sachs has granted black women 300 or 500,000. What's it called? I forgot, $500,000, $1 billion, some old shit like that, right? Well, how come they ain't giving the black men? Maybe because Goldman Sachs has black women on the board. Because if anybody who actually do research, the people who are on the board at Goldman Sachs are not white men, or not entirely white men. But like, who's not on that board? Black man. Every other group was on that board except for black men. But Big J, how okay, Big J, name me the black people who was on, or I should say, name me the black women who was on Goldman Sachs board. Condoleezza Rice, Gail King, Susan Rice, and two other people I cannot think of off the top of my head. That's why black women received that $500 billion loan from Goldman Sachs. That's when you. That's where you exercise power. None of this. Well, I hope the white man gave me make me give me white women jobs, and that's why some of you niggas online was cheering on the demise of affirmative action. The reason why a lot of y'all was doing that is because y'all know that affirmative action has nothing to do with black people. or had nothing to do with Hispanic people or people of color. Most the most who got the gain from affirmative action was the Caucasian woman. That's why some of y'all was cheering on the demise, cheering on the demise of affirmative action because you want the jobs that white women have. Y'all want to be the white man's bitch. Am I right, BBGS? Am I right, angry man? Y'all want jobs that white women have, rather than creating your own shit, rather than putting yourself in the position that you be shoulder to shoulder with your white counterpart. But I think though it's going to take y'all 20, 25, 30 years for y'all to realize of what I just said. It is going to take a couple of generations for y'all to realize that what y'all doing today is bullshit. See, a lot of y'all are 20 years, 30 years behind on shit. So that's all I got to say. No, Tanya said if they want jobs, they're not qualified. Oh well, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I said enough and give me something to eat. And I should be asleep right now because I go work in the afternoon. I should be asleep, but it's 11 o'clock. It's 11:22 where I'm at. So yeah, um, I'm gonna go ahead and hang this up. And I said what was on my mind. So anyway, I'm out. Peace. And thank y'all for coming by. By the way, I appreciate it though.